Hello, beautiful souls. Welcome to the channel. If you're new here, my name is Infinity, and this is Magnetize Yourself, where we talk about life, love, spirituality, and of course, the law of attraction. In today's video, we are doing a reading and energy update for our beautiful collective here on YouTube. So I'm going to go ahead and get started today by shuffling the Energy Oracle Cards deck. While I'm shuffling, if you would like to contribute your energy to this reading in a stronger way, I do recommend liking the video and subscribing to the channel, as these are forms of energetic transference that do often allow me to pick up more easily on your energy and channel more specifically for you and your situation. The sun is shining here where I am today. It's a really beautiful morning and I've got my coffee, so if you hear me sipping in the background, that's probably what that is. I hope you have some kind of comforting beverage, coffee, some kind of snack. Feel free to let me know in the comments what you have with you, if you do have any of those things, or what the weather is like where you are on the planet today. Okay, so let's just go ahead and see what wants to come up here. I do feel that we're going to be getting some love-specific messages today, but I don't really have a clear idea yet as to what's going to be coming out from the cards. So what can I channel for all of the beautiful souls listening to this reading? Okay, we have man holding a coin in the upright position. Okay, so I'm strongly picking up on some kind of masculine energy that is going through a period of growth, empowerment, and awakening. Now, when I use these labels, masculine and feminine, these are meant to connect with energy dynamics. And these energy dynamics play out on a global level, but also within our interpersonal relationships and even within each of us individually. Because, sorry, I had to grab a card that just came out there, which is the community card, by the way, which is very interesting. We will be getting into that. But what I'm picking up here is that, oh, and for those of you who are new, these labels on the channel, masculine and feminine, aren't connected to gender necessarily. They connect to energy dynamics that, again, each of us have within us. We all have both some of the masculine and some of the feminine essence. So what I'm getting here is I'm hearing something about wanting to physically reconnect or physically connect. And again, I just keep picking up on a masculine who's done a lot of inner growth, who's worked on empowering themselves. I'm getting the word leadership. So I don't know if this is someone who's in some kind of leadership position or maybe just a natural born leader in a general sense. But I do feel as though this is someone who wants to physically connect or reconnect with you, depending on whether this is someone that you've already met in your past or someone who's entirely new. I'm just hearing like rapid growth. I feel a lot of momentum behind this masculine's growth. Now, of course, if this isn't an external person or situation, this absolutely could be your internal masculine. So even if you tend to dominantly resonate as the divine feminine, meaning you are on this divine feminine path and you have a stronger feminine energy than a masculine energy within you generally, I feel that this could represent you really working on your inner masculine, creating structure in your life. I'm hearing creativity, which of course we associate mainly with the feminine. But what I'm picking up is that for a divine feminine I'm speaking to here, you've been creating structure around your creativity and also stepping into a role of leadership yourself, where you are leading forward creatively in your life, or maybe even leading a collective forward with things that you are doing or creating through which you are somehow inspiring or guiding others. I get the sense that your entire life, you've always been a creator, but I'm hearing like for some of you, maybe this was behind the scenes or privately in a sense, almost like secretly. Not that you were really keeping it a secret necessarily, but that people weren't really aware of how creative you were, how much you were doing, creating, growing behind the scenes. And now I get the sense of you like stepping on to the scene, you actually becoming a creative leader where you're not just creating, but you're actually leading through those creations. That's the best way I can describe it here. Now, if this is connecting with you personally, with the community card, I'm also picking up that I'm hearing networking and connecting. So maybe that connects to your personal life. But I'm also hearing that somehow this connects with that creativity thread as well. So maybe there's something you're doing or have been doing creatively where now you're sharing it out into the world in a more grounded kind of way. Or maybe you are even actually networking with people who share similar interests, or you are connecting with actual opportunities that are coming to you somehow through a network or through a social group that is being attracted to you or that you're creating and cultivating here in your life. Now, for some of you, I could be speaking futuristically as well. I'm hearing the desire to open up is a sign of healing. Wow. So for some of you listening, there's been this newfound, deepened desire to open yourself up to the world. Oh, I have to tell you, I'm getting this major download coming through because initially I said that this could be an internal masculine, like your internal masculine energy, or this could be an external masculine. And I have to say that for some divine feminines listening, it's both. So what I mean by that is they actually are running parallel to each other. They are correlating to each other, the internal masculine and the external masculine. What I mean by that is it's because you have been healing your inner masculine. You've been branching out into the world or sharing yourself in some kind of a more like social way, or opening yourself up to others, or creating and putting out those creations publicly, whatever this is for you. I mean, this is going to look different from person to person. I feel like also you've been becoming more confident in yourself, stepping into some kind of position of leadership. And that doesn't have to look like traditional leadership in the physical realm. This is true spiritual leadership. This is you stepping up as the spiritual leader of a family, a community, within your own personal life, in a friend group, or just in the world collectively. So what I mean when I say those energies are running parallel is that the more you've been awakening this other aspect of yourself internally, this part of you that is, again, like creating this structure in your life, stepping into some kind of role of leadership, becoming more confident within yourself, within your skills, within your abilities, that part of you is being mirrored externally or in your external world, either, again, by your world generally, maybe it's the world itself reflecting your confidence, your growth back to you in the form of manifestations, in the form of opportunities. I'm hearing the fabric of your reality is responding to you. Wow, that feels like a really powerful download for someone. For others of you, though, it could be both that and then also this message that there is a specific masculine person externally who is mirroring those changes that you've been making within yourself. And if that is the case for you, a message that came through really strongly is you doubted whether or not this person would mirror you. It's almost like you took some kind of leap of faith and you trusted a process here. I guess this could apply whether it comes to a specific external person or to how the fabric of your reality is responding to, because in either case, the message coming through here is that you trusted some kind of process of mirroring where you knew if you shifted something internally, the external would shift. But there was a little bit of doubt. There was a little bit of, if I do this, will that actually happen? But you had to trust the process and you took some kind of leap of faith. And now the reality is showing up to confirm that you were correct to trust this process all along. So again, for some of you, this is about things manifesting physically in your life because you trusted, if I step into this role of spiritual leadership within myself, if I support myself, if I move forward in confidence, the fabric of my reality is going to respond and bring through these manifestations. For others of you, it's about a person where I'm hearing you had to step away from a person, from this masculine coming up here, because this is such a strange energy coming through, but it's almost like you couldn't heal your inner masculine in the presence of this physical masculine. You couldn't become the most confident, empowered, emboldened version of yourself that you've now become, by the way. And congratulations, because if this video has found you, it's because you are embodying and radiating that energy so strongly that it's sending out such a powerful signal that is attracting in so many signs of confirmation of your growth, including but not limited to this video popping up on your feed on YouTube. But that aside, I feel as though for the divine feminine I'm tuned into here, the irony is you couldn't heal your inner masculine in the presence of this physical external masculine because I'm hearing something about it was too entangling. I feel that masculine was in more of a wounded state, and it was actually triggering some of your wounds in physical proximity to you as well. I feel like this had something to do with physically being more connected in the 3D. And when that would happen, it almost would like dampen that energy within yourself or stunt it, prevent it from fully growing. And so what I'm picking up here is that you had to step away from this person. I don't feel like you wanted to. In fact, I'm feeling like you were very torn, very conflicted. A part of you was so desperately wanting to stay more physically connected to this person, but another part of you, really your soul, your higher self, knew that you couldn't heal. I'm hearing like that cliche about not being able to heal in the same environment that you were hurt. And I know that might be an overgeneralization for this situation, but it feels almost like being more physically connected to that person was creating a kind of environment that was making it really difficult for you to grow into this more confident version of yourself. So you stepped away, but a part of you always knew internally that this would be back around. A part of you, this is such a powerful energy coming through today. Thank you to all of you who are co-creating here, because all of these readings really are co-creation. So it's because you brought your powerful energy here that these messages are able to manifest through. But what I'm getting is when you walked away, there was a little nudge from your intuition, a little voice within yourself. And maybe you thought it was crazy to think this. Maybe you weren't sure if you could trust this, but there was this voice kind of saying within you, if you have the courage to walk away or to step away, to create some kind of space in this connection, to focus on yourself and become the most confident, empowered, emboldened, and for some reason I want to say like alive version of yourself. I'm hearing fully come online. I feel like it's a strange way to say it, but it's almost like when you were more connected physically to this masculine or to whatever this energy represents, whether it's a person, a structure, a place, you weren't fully alive, meaning not all of you was able to fully express through you. And it may have left you feeling a little bit like half-hearted or apathetic or just almost like lifeless in a way. But now all of you has been coming online. And really the part of you that was missing is that healed internal masculine energy that's now shining through you, that part of you that supports yourself, that structures your life in a way that is self-supportive, that has the courage to set boundaries with other people and things as needed when it's supportive to yourself, that is stepping into this role of leadership, opening up to the world, to new sources of aligned community in the physical world, which we could do a whole reading just on that. But there is a message coming through about how a major sign of healing is when you find yourself, and we've talked about this, but this is so important to remember, when you find yourself suddenly actually desiring to like meet someone or to connect with a friend or to open up to someone physically or to get out into the world or to go to that event or to travel to that place, when you feel that soul urge to reconnect with your world physically and with the people around you physically, that's how you know you're healing. Which, by the way, many of you know that I'm starting to create music, and I wasn't going to share these lyrics necessarily in advance, and I won't share too much, but one of the songs I have in the works right now, it won't be my next song, but probably a few songs out, is going to be a song that actually has that as one of the main lyrics. That's how you know you're healing. And it's going to be all about this process that you've been going through of integrating on such a deep level. I mean, I'm almost tearing up channeling into this energy because it's so beautiful. It's the story of the caterpillar transforming into this gorgeous butterfly and then having the courage to fly. And that is your story. And I can't wait to tell it through this song as well, which, by the way, if you do want to follow my music on Spotify so that you are the first to know when that song is eventually released, my Spotify artist name is Songs by Infinity, and you can find a link to my Spotify in the description box of this video, and you can also check out my very first channeled song. But there's so much more to come there, and I just wanted to share that because those song lyrics that have been channeling through my music that are coming soon have really been showing up in this reading and in this collective that we're tapped into here. I feel so strongly that your universe is showing you so many signs right now of how far you've come, of how much you are healing and growing and evolving. And along these lines, another message that kept coming through is you're getting to the good part. And I want someone to really integrate that who's listening, because I feel that you are someone who's gone through so much hardship, so much pain, that carved out this space within you that is now holding all of this beautiful light. But the reason it's holding that light is because you had the courage to face the shadow. And this isn't even really your shadow necessarily that we're talking about. Yes, of course, we all have shadow aspects, but it goes so much deeper than that, because the shadow that you faced was generational shadow passed down to you because your ancestors knew that you were strong enough to be the curse breaker. I'm hearing to be the first one to break free in a community, in a family, in a collective. I keep hearing the word first, and the sense I keep getting is that you are the first to do something. I mean, maybe for some of you, this is on a global level where you are doing or creating things that have never been done or created, at least not in just this way before. And it's like you are the first to show that it's possible, and you're already doing it. You're doing it right now. You are showing that it's possible because of the way that you show up with this light after all of the hardship that you've been through, because of the energy that you radiate, because after everything you've gone through, you still show up for yourself every single day. You still show up for your creations, and you still show up for the collective in some kind of way, even if you don't realize that what you're doing is a service to the collective. My guides are saying your existence, your very existence on this planet is a service to the collective. And the message that keeps coming through now is you're already doing it. Because I feel like someone has had this sense their whole life of, when am I going to make it? When am I going to arrive? And even if you're not fully seeing all of the evidence yet, it's beginning to show up, at least in signs and synchronicities, and that will keep increasing. And you're already doing it. You're already doing the thing, whatever that is. You are getting out there, creating, moving in some kind of a powerful direction. You are already inspiring more people than you could ever imagine that you are inspiring just through your very existence, through how you show up, through how you live your life. And I just felt the need to say that because I feel I'm speaking to someone who has been through a lot of heaviness early in their life, and you are finally arriving. This is when you get to experience the fruits of your labor, so to speak, the results of all of the transmutation, all of the energetic work you've been putting into yourself. The word celebratory is coming up so strongly. Like, this is meant to be a celebratory era of your life where you finally get to tap into and enjoy everything that you've been envisioning, everything that you've been creating, because you are someone who's had the courage to be a dreamer from a young age. And I see someone, even as a little child, holding these dreams in their heart. And what you may not have realized as a child is that the entire time you were envisioning, every time you revisited some kind of dream, goal, or idea, a vision, you were actually manifesting it out into the future. You were building that world energetically, and now it's going to start showing up physically. I keep hearing the words that we talked about this in a past reading, but I keep hearing the words energetic architect. And I know many of you liked that phrase, which, by the way, I said I was going to create a subliminal on my app for that specifically to really help you lock in and fully access, or I should say unlock, that power of being the energetic architect of your life. And I'm so excited to share that I actually have created the affirmations and the icon for that meditation. And I've been incorporating it, integrating it into the sound options. And so that will be uploaded into the app very soon. So if you do have the Sound and Soulful Subliminals app, then I will update this video as soon as that subliminal is available. I think it's going to be a super powerful one. If you don't yet have the app, then you can get it by clicking the download link in the description box, or you can just search for it in the app stores. The name of the app is Sound and Soulful. But wow, I'm really excited about this one specifically. I'll probably have this one on repeat myself because although so many of us listening, tuned in here, are already accessing that power of being the energetic architect, I feel that I'm hearing there's so much more to explore. I'm hearing this is only the beginning. Like, as powerful as it's already gotten, this is only the beginning. I feel like we're just touching the edges of something so beautiful, so powerful, so real. And I just keep hearing like so genuine and authentic to your core frequency. And there's something about this new chapter that you're stepping into that's both deeply familiar and also brand new. And that might actually be kind of two different feelings that you've been having a lot recently, where it's like simultaneously everything about your life right now feels like a full circle moment. It feels like things coming full circle, coming all the way back around, while at the same time, it feels new, it feels fresh. And yet it's something you've been waiting for your entire life, something that deep down you always knew you were going to step into. I'm hearing you knew that you were destined for greatness, and now your reality is reflecting that inner knowing that you've always had deep in your soul, even when you were a child, back to you in a physical form. So I'm going to go ahead and reshuffle the cards here. Okay, so we've only really pulled 2 cards so far. This reading has mostly just been your beautiful, powerful energy coming through, channeling through so strongly. Thank you again for bringing that here to the table. But is there anything else that I can share right now? Okay, we have indecision reversed. So there's the feeling of something that's been on the fence, something that's been indecisive or uncertain. This could be a person who's been indecisive towards you. This also could just be something that's felt in limbo. That's just felt kind of like, I don't really know what to do with this, so I'm just going to chill out. I'm just going to kind of allow myself to be present. Maybe you've had this mindset towards something in your life or a person, like, I just have to surrender this because I don't really know which way to go. This also could be an external person who seemed very indecisive towards you, or an opportunity that seemed indecisive towards you, like it was kind of there, but then not fully coming in. However this connects, that energy is entirely shifting into decisiveness. It's shifting all the way into, I'm hearing like, I am sure. like I'm sure about you, or I'm sure about this. I mean, maybe this is you internally feeling ready for something, ready for a decision or an opportunity or a path. This also could be someone externally, but I'm getting that message again that those energies are correlated, they're connected, because the moment you are fully ready for something, it appears. It really reminds me of that cliche about, I mean, I'm pretty sure that's almost exactly the cliche statement or saying. It's as soon as you're ready for something, it makes itself known in your reality. It literally appears in your life the moment you are fully ready for it. You are fully ready to receive it. And the sense I get about you right now for this very powerful collective I'm tapped into here is you are ready for something that you were not ready for in the past. You are ready now, and you know it with every cell of your being, and it's showing up because you got yourself ready for it. And it required a lot of work on your end to get to this point of being ready. It was a long path, but you have arrived. Those words, "you have arrived," just seem to keep coming through this reading. It's almost like you've just showed up on some kind of powerful scene or in some kind of new phase of your life, something you've been building towards, something everything in your life has been building towards, and you are ready for it now. So with the solar plexus chakra in the upright position, the reason that this opportunity or this person or this thing is coming in, it's not because of anything external. It's because of you. It's because of how you've shifted into this state of confidence and empowerment. I'm hearing it's coming back around again. It was never lost. I wouldn't even say it was forgotten, although other people may have forgotten. This is the message I'm getting. Let me take a quick sip of my coffee here because this is big. It was never really forgotten by you. It was never really forgotten by the universe, because the sense that I get is you held something deep in your heart. You never forgot something, whether it was a vision, an idea, a manifestation, a person. You held it in your heart. I'm seeing one of those locked, cute little like treasure chest type things, and like a keepsake box. That's what I'm seeing. You locked this dream or this idea, this visualization in a keepsake box deep within yourself. You may have even been very secretive about it. And really, you weren't being secretive for the sake of keeping it a secret. You were protecting it. That was your intuition saying, others aren't ready for this yet. They're not ready for this yet from you. Or maybe you're not fully ready to share this with the world yet. So keep it locked away, private within yourself, but you never forgot it. You kept it hidden within your heart. You kept it safe. You kept it safe in your heart space for this moment. And now it's coming back around. And the sense I get is it's almost like other people forgot about it, but now they're remembering, or when you open this up and share it, they're going to be remembering. And it's almost like during that period of time where they forgot about it, they thought that you were forgetting about it too. They thought that you weren't working on that dream or that vision, or that you'd forgotten about that person, or that you had just given up on something. And you even surrendered that. You had the courage to even allow people to misunderstand you, to allow people to think that you were forgetting about something or that you had given up on something, because it was worth protecting. It was worth keeping safe within yourself. Now what I'm seeing is that box is being opened. But again, it's almost like people are shocked because they're seeing something from you that they haven't seen before, whether it's a dream coming into materialization, and they're thinking, wait a second, wasn't that something like from that person's past, something they said that they wanted to do, or an idea that they had years ago, or a hobby that they used to be interested in, or a person that they used to be connected with? It's almost like they're remembering, wait a second, I remember what that is, but I had no idea that they were keeping that locked away within themselves for this moment. It's like this major, I don't want to say like a gotcha moment for people around you, because there's nothing like, it's not like you're taking them by surprise in a negative way, but you are shocking them, because it's almost like you're presenting them something fully formed. that they didn't even know you were working on behind the scenes, that they thought you'd already discarded or already forgotten about. You are shocking people in the best way possible. Now, there is so much more I want to dive into in this reading, but specifically, I want to circle all the way back around to that masculine externally that has kind of been waiting quietly as I've been channeling all of this other information. And I feel some of you connecting so strongly with that person or energy. So if you were getting like a ping or a hit from your own intuition, something nudging you towards getting more information about that, then I will be taking this over to the extended reading, and we are going to really go deep into that connection. I feel so much is going to come through from that person's headspace, from their heart, as far as how that situation could be progressing now that it seems completely transformed. And I also feel some powerful messages coming through the extended related to some amazing things coming in your life, happening in your life. This is both the chapter that feels deeply familiar and also brand new. And if that connects for you, I would love to join you on the extended reading, either here on YouTube memberships or on Patreon. And I will leave links for both in the pinned comment underneath this video. Otherwise, I'm going to close this reading here. Thank you so much for sharing this space with me. I love you all so much. I hope you have an amazing weekend. Hopefully, I'll pop back on this weekend with some kind of mini reading because, as you can tell from this reading, so many powerful energies are coming through, and I would love to dive into that more. So subscribe if you'd like to stay tuned for those upcoming videos, and I will connect with you here again in the next reading.